as the 12-6-8 Golden Knights go into New Jersey to face the 16-10-1 Devils. Not sure what to expect here. Vegas coming off a shootout win over Chicago. Tied late 3-3 and finally coming through in an extra innings game. Meanwhile, New Jersey lost to the Stars 3-0 2 days ago. Gotta think they're going to be feeling a little pissed off and a little amped up and ready to go. So again, in all fairness, I have been out of the loop for a couple of weeks. Fortunately, a couple of things happened. Fortunately, they've been resolved. So as far as I'm concerned, we're back to try and get in the schedule again of doing a game a night, but at the very least, being here for all the Golden Knights games. Got a couple of this week. We're here every other day for, I think through, let's see, what's today? Friday? So what, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday? Over the next week. So, yeah. Finally coming back in to watch a game with the gang. Hopefully Vegas shows up. It's funny. I stopped streaming. They started playing fantastic. Bowman comes up and actually fills in great for Stoney. Stoney comes back, starts putting points on the board. Guys are shooting more. Couple of disappointing games. Didn't really watch. Again, I've been out of the loop for a while, so I did watch the game against Chicago. Watched most of it, at least. Kind of second screen in a lot of the games lately, just out of pure disappointment. Games going into overtime. Okay, that's when you stop watching because we know what Vegas is going to do. And then, of course, they come out and surprise you winning in a shootout. So, been very impressed with Bowman. I got, what's his, hang on a second. Is it Brett Bowman? I can't remember the kid's first name. And I have a feeling we're going to be announcing it tonight because he has just been on a streak. Double check dude's name real quick. Braden Bowman. Okay, I'm glad I looked at that. Stoney coming back. You see how much he means to the team immediately. When after the shootout win, that was Lindbaum's first NHL win. The games he's been playing, he has been fantastic, and his team has completely let him down. And it started in Tampa. But he got his first win, and you could see Stone jumping, literally jumping up and down, going to hug him, celebrating his first win. Like, power play, all of it. You see the difference that Stoney makes. So having him back has been huge. Everybody else so far, Hannafin making dumb mistakes, Marner making dumb mistakes, Theodore being Theodore, just things that keep happening. Yeah, the Eichel's backhand to the referee that ended up on a breakaway. That was fantastic. But we're sitting through commercials waiting to go. Who else we got today? Is that John Travolta as Santa Claus? That is, isn't it? All right, who else we got playing? Sabres and the Jets. Later on, the Sharks and the Stars. The Mammoth and the Canucks. The Capitals and the Ducks. Caps Ducks might actually be a pretty good game. Mammoth Canucks. These all could end up being pretty good games. Sabres Jets, I'm not so sure. But here we go. Let's see who's in net. Ooh. I'm going to guess Schmid because I don't know who Vickman is. We're still waiting to get back from commercial break. See if there's a feed already going somewhere that works. Jesus. Okay. So it is Markstrom versus Schmidt. Ooh, that's a good point. I forgot. See, this is actually Schmidt's first game against the Devils since he was a Devil. Vegas is destroying the series 9-2-3. We're 4-0-3 in New Jersey, so that's not good news. Those are the records that go against us. All right, as standard, we're about 30 seconds behind. Howden facing off against T-shirt. Stone gets it into the Devil zone. New Jersey trying to recover, getting it up the wall. Hannafin pinching in, tries to go across to Howden, but he loses it to a red jersey. Good pressure by Marner. Turnovers. Marner has it in the high corner. Quick shot through the middle. Stone whiffs on it. Howden trying to follow up, but the puck gets stopped. And the Devils are able to get it up out of their zone. Good aggressive start right off the bat for Vegas. White Cloud setting up in his own zone, waiting for the change. With the dome on his face after the hard high stick he caught a couple of games ago. Ooh, a turnover down low. Nope, Eichel's not able to come away with it. A lot of potential there, missed. Jersey back the other way. Off the high wall, Theodore recovers. Sends it to Barbashev on the low boards. Eichel ahead. Shot from Bowman, stopped by Markstrom off the high dot. Eichel off the boards, trying to feed it down to Bo. I forgot. I saw the 4, but I was like, Barbashev already passed it. I totally forgot Bowman was 42. McNabb sends it back up to the middle. Saad trying to chase it down. He can't quite get there. Still putting up a fight on the red line. Devils recover. Resetting all the way up to the Vegas blue line and tipped in back to Schmidt. He's trying to go low boards, cut off in the corner. Zador Fayev able to get it free and up to Saad, not out, and finally it is on the backhand. Good pass up ahead, but swatted at, not out. Saad takes a shot, Markstrom with the save. Hurdle fighting behind the net, looking for a place to go with it. And the Devils come away again, not clear from the blue line, sent in, but it hits bodies. Hurdle back to the point. Korzak looking for a shot. Markstrom is able to fight it off as it goes up and out of play. Face off coming in the New Jersey zone. 2 minutes and 11 seconds gone in the first. Damn, dude. Jersey's only had 8 overtime games in the last 2 seasons. We have 8 overtime losses this year. Glendening versus Colasar. And the Devils come away with it. Good little cutback. And New Jersey's into the Vegas zone. Taking the high road to the high corner. Back behind the net, cut off. Hutton able to force it back up the high wall. Riley Smith gets it to Reinhart. Back to Riley Smith to Colasar, and it's dumped into the Jersey zone. Hughes back to play it. Takes a bump from Riley Smith into neutral. Reinhart to Hutton. Are you watching on? I've gotten in trouble every time I've said the name of the place, but there's a lot of different ones. You can Google NHL webcast or there's a million different I don't want to. There's a lot of places you can find on Google and Reddit and shit like that. Puck back to the blue line. Theodore sends it in, and it's stopped by Markstrom. Hey, cheers, buddy. Hutton goes, or no, that's Theodore, goes all the way back, passes it to Howden. Howden kicks it up to the, I'm not sure who just got picked off there. What's that number? Oh, Marner. Sorry, y'all. It's been a while since we've done play-by-play. My brain's got to start catching up. Devils back into their own zone to reset. Good pressure on the forecheck by the Golden Knights. So we're getting close to 4 minutes gone in the first period. Devils into the Vegas zone. On net to Schmidt. Fought off. Sent up to the high point. Dumped back around the net. Hannafin to play it. Ooh. Ice doesn't look too good in New Jersey tonight. A couple guys already going down on their own. Eichel trying to get it centered and a shot by Bowman. No one knows where it went. It looks like it went up and out of play. Dude, Bowman just works really well with Eichel. That was a great pass by Howden to Marner. Good reaction by Markstrom to keep it out of the net. Shots are 5-1 Vegas. A little over 4 minutes gone in the first. It's not a lot of time spent in either zone, a whole lot more opportunity developing, because it's not necessarily that the Devils are trying to shoot and they're hitting bodies. It's a lot of going around the boards and then losing it, and then puck goes out. Ooh, a little bit of flailing by Markstrom there. Gets help from his D-man. And Hughes sending it up, but it's cut off in neutral. Avoiding the offside is Sod, but New Jersey sends it back down the other way. McNabb in the high corner of the Vegas zone, trying to get it out to the point. Good sticks by the Devils, but McNabb recovers. And now Hurdle's able to get it up ahead. Stopped at the blue line. Coming back the other way is New Jersey into the high corner of the Vegas zone. Under pressure by Shea Theodore. Puck comes to McNabb down on the low boards. And the Devils retreat. Looks like most of everybody. Yep, full change on each side. Dylan up ahead, and then he heads off. Puck all the way in. Schmidt to play it. A little bit out of position. He waited on that puck. I mean, he had to for the trapezoid, but that could have been a little dangerous there. A little bit of a risky play by Akira Schmidt. Devils back into the Vegas zone, all the way across from the low dot shot on net, and Schmidt shuts down Mercer. Just under 5.5 gone in the first. Shots are 5-2. A great pass. Trying to reach over there was Kolasar, but same problem we've had in every game the last couple of weeks. If you look and that exact play, all 5 guys are on one half of the ice. Everybody's puck watching, puck chasing, trying to be a hero instead of either picking a man or picking a zone. We're too easy to shift out of the middle. Another shot comes in from the high dot, this time by New Jersey. And we're buffering. I was hoping we were beyond this problem. He just loud as shit. Out a little Three Stooges action as a couple Devils crash into each other on the middle ice. 6 minutes gone in the first. Puck into the Vegas zone. Cotter chasing it down against Hannafin. Red jerseys get there first. They work it to the point. Shot comes in. Stopped out by the dots by Marner. Pass comes to Stone into neutral. He'll dump and change. Markstrom sets it up for Nemec, who throws it across behind the net. Back to Nemec. Up to the Vegas blue line, in and across, and a good stick by Ben Hutton. But Bowman trying to recover the puck, can't get it out. He gets it back, gets it to Hutton. Excuse me. And now Eichel heads out through neutral. Good job on the Devils to keep their sticks busy. All the way back behind Schmidt. Whitecloud Gets it to Eichel, skates it across, takes a bump, but feeds it to the neutral line. Barbashev chasing it in off the pass from Bowman. Barbashev sets up Eichel skating into the high corner, and he loses it off the skate of Hughes. Back the other way. Puck behind Schmidt into the low boards of the Vegas zone. Barbashev trying to fight it off, but the Devils recover. It does come out past the blue line. New Jersey has to reset. He puts it off the skate of his teammate back into a dangerous position, but he's able to recover. A lot of guys, again, bad ice. A lot of guys going down on their own. Dorofeyev coming in for a hard angle shot just below the low dot. Didn't mean for that to rhyme, but misses the net wide. Into the Vegas zone. Saad trying to chase it out. Comes back to Hanifin, who loses it. Puts on some pressure, and the puck comes around the low boards of the Vegas zone. Dorofeyev goes off the backboards, and White Cloud feeds it to Saad, who skates it out. Across the red line into the Jersey zone. Good stick shuts him down. New Jersey's doing a really good job of standing strong against us at the blue line. Their sticks have been on point. No tripping, no slashing, just good wood on puck to disrupt whoever's skating with it. It goes into, I believe, the Devils bench. And we'll have our TV timeout with 11:43 to go in the first. Okay, so like what we're seeing so far, shots are 6-2 Vegas. You know, they've been doing good about getting shots on net. This time the shots have been a little bit better quality than the last couple of games have been for those first 10 shots or so. Like I said, I kind of offhanded watch. You see like 3 or 4 good chances in those first 10 shots. Nothing really, you know, no miracle saves from the goalie or anything. That's kind of what we're getting here. Maybe a couple more. But like the attack, defense is looking okay. I wish we would be a little more up front at the blue line instead of, you know, a lot of what they're getting in is on the outside, and we're kind of willing to give that. It seems like we're willing to give up anything that's outside as far down as the goal line, as long as it doesn't come inside the dots, because our guys will just press them out. And I wish we were a little more aggressive at the blue line, but like New Jersey's doing 50-50. Like they're having a couple of really good stops as Vegas enters, but a lot of times Vegas is just too fast. So we'll see how this goes as the game progresses. Eventually, I got to expect a tripping or a slashing penalty coming from New Jersey just because they are very active with their sticks. Vegas isn't as much right now. Like I said, we're doing a lot of forcing them to the outside, forcing them down low, and or keeping them at the point. Everything in the center is pretty much off limits. We're actually doing a pretty good job of that. But again, we're not quite as active with the wood as the Devils have been. So I could expect either a bullshit penalty from us, just something stupid that we shouldn't do. Maybe a breakaway for New Jersey that we slash or trip or do something to stop it. But I gotta think we'll get a tripping call soon with the way New Jersey is just flinging sticks. I'm really impressed they've kept it clean so far. Big recovery. Everybody loses it as the puck goes into the New Jersey zone. Devils head back the other way. Meyer carries it into the high wall, and they score off the shot from the high wall. New Jersey putting the first points on the board. Oop. Why didn't that? Oh, there we go. I mean, the defense was there. They actually did meet him at the blue line, forces him to the high wall, and Meyer just turns and shoots. And it's, I mean, was Schmid not ready for it? Like, did it get tipped? Is that what happened? Because that would explain a lot more. Yeah, that definitely got tipped. So, okay. I thought Schmid just wasn't ready, but nah, that thing went threw a bunch of stuff. I think Plinkoed all the way into the net. Hey, good job on New Jersey. Now, we've shown it's really 50-50 as to whether it matters who scores first, because we're kind of used to getting shit on first. Looks like they're reviewing it. They lost the last challenge against Chicago. Let's see. Oh, dude, we've been called for losing the puck, and he lost the puck. He lost the puck before. If I forgot who it was, a couple weeks ago, got one taken off. I think it was Howden. Got taken off because of he lost it for a moment as he entered the zone. If that's going against Howden, this has to go against this dude, against Meyer. Because he absolutely did. He lose it before his skates went over the line? What up, Darstar? How you been, buddy? Said I gotta think this one's coming back. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be more unhappy about, like I said, that Howden goal getting called back. We got 11:15 to go in the first. That was their third shot on goal that ended up going in net. But again, under review, as Meyer entered the zone, he made a little cut at the blue line and the puck came off his stick. It looks like he went to play it, but it went under his stick and he missed it for a moment. So therefore, he wasn't under control. Again, Howden had one called back a couple weeks ago. So if this one stands, then I truly don't understand this rule. Dylan, word, buddy. Good to hear, man. Let's see. He loses it right here. This has to be called back. All right, let's see how we're starting off this game. Ouch. Damn it. Yes. Ouch. We are back to a 0-0 game. Because, yeah, again, as he comes in, little deke here, little play here, and then he bumps it, takes his stick way up high, crosses well before the puck does, and doesn't end up playing it again because his stick gets interrupted. So we actually have some good news on a coach's challenge, which I think we've lost one coach's challenge this year. So ain't gonna be too upset at the one we lost the other day. But New Jersey right back in, trying to feed it through Hannafin down low. Puck comes out front, a good stop by Stoney. He gets it up to Howden, but it's cut off. White Cloud trying to come back in. Stone just delivers a bomb. Oh, I don't know who he hit, but he introduced himself properly. That was fantastic. Vegas. Hannafin feeds it back to White Cloud behind his net. White Cloud's going to skate with it, toss it back behind Schmidt, and now Hannafin comes out behind the net. Another Devil goes down on his own. Kolasar breaking through four guys. Reinhardt feeding it across, and the puck doesn't make it to Riley Smith. Fed back to Riley on a backhand, and he puts it into the crest of Markstrom, who makes the save. All right, dude. I like the way we look, man. don't really have too much to say at this point. That was a great attempt by Reinhardt. Good play on the other side by the Devils. And then the backhand feed back to Riley Smith from Kolasar was fantastic. Bratt for New Jersey made a great play on the initial feed from behind the net, and then he got beat by the pass on the second try. Riley needs to score, man. We need him putting up numbers. Otherwise, he's gone again. Puck goes up and back, and Theodore just loafing against Paul Cotter, who beats him there. Shot comes very quickly, but Schmidt's able to fight it off. Kolasar tries to put old boy into the bench and almost goes himself. As Nemes comes back right in front of Markstrom to reset. 9.5 to go in the first. Jersey met at the blue line by Eichel. They're forced to reset. Good for, they've been very strong in the Devil's zone. I enjoy this is where Vegas shines when they're putting on the pressure. Send the forward, have your defensemen play a little conservatively, but if they are going to play conservatively, then your forwards need to attack. Barbashev trying to feed it across to Eichel, can't connect. Puck into the high corner of the Devil's zone. Eichel trying to go back to Barbashev. Barbie wins the fight, gets it back down to Eichel, who loses it, and Hughes will skate it away and send it up to the low point, kept in by Hutton, but right back onto the stick of Hughes. Puck goes all the way back the other way. It's tipped in. Korzak from behind his own net gets it up the high wall, and it's out as Eichel. Man, I don't like his effort lately. Shot comes in and stopped by Schmid. Hurdle stopping up in his own zone, going behind the net to feed it to Hutton. Hanifin to Dorofeyev, who dumps in chase. Nosen putting some pressure on him. Battle on the boards in that low corner. Puck comes out. Hurdle can't quite recover. He loses the foot race to the puck, but is still kept in by Whitey. Dorofeyev shoots in a great glove save by Markstrom on Pavel. And they're going to come out and clean the ice. That was a hell of a job by White Cloud to win the battle on the boards. Get the puck to Dorofeyev, who gets a great shot off, goes high as Markstrom's dropping, but Markstrom able to get the leather straight up and make the stop. Let's see what's going on around the league real quick. $8:39 to go in the first. Jets are up 1-0 in Winnipeg. Please link on translation. I don't even know how to do that. Just being honest. So the only game going right now are the Jets and the Sabres, and the Jets are winning 1-0 in Winnipeg. 5 o'clock, Sharks and the Stars. Hoping that we have, we got 7.5 here in New Jersey. So hopefully that carries us into the 5 o'clock start time and we can catch a little bit of the Sharks and Stars first period. Curious to, the Sharks have been interesting to watch lately, and then the Stars. Oof. Dallas is Dallas. That's about all I'll say. Haven't watched them in a while, so we'll see if they're same old Dallas. See if Jamie Benn is still skating into guys and then falling down like Peter Griffin tripped and skinned his knee. But a little interested in the Sharks Stars game. I got to think, since the Stars beat New Jersey a couple days ago, unless San Jose comes out just kick ass on 3 and starts physical right off the bat, I got to think the Stars will just outscore them. And then the Caps and the Ducks tonight, 7 o'clock Caps and Ducks. I'm very, very curious how that one's got to go. I got to assume our boy LT is going to be in net. All right, face off to the left of Markstrom. Shots are 8-4, just under 8 minutes to go in the first. Damn. Oh, way behind. I'll get some real quick. Well, that one's worse. All right. I'll look again in a moment. Feed all the way across to Theodore. He throws it on net. Looks like it ended up hitting Bowman before making it to Markstrom. Puck around the back of the Devils net. And New Jersey gets it out. Just inside the Vegas zone. Theodore hangs onto it, waits for the reset, gives it to Eichel, and a strong pass across the center gets deflected by a New Jersey stick. Hamilton resets from his own zone. Fed up on the high boards. Good pressure by White Cloud to separate him and the puck. Howden does not get there in time, but the Devils fling it all the way back to their own zone. Coming back up the other way. Hamilton gets it into neutral. Howden wins the fight for it, trying to get it to Marner. He takes it to the high corner, trying to feed it up front to Howden, and it does not connect. Markstrom doing a great job for the Devils tonight. Fed all the way down by New Jersey. Hannafin will set it back for White Cloud. Back to Hannafin and up the low boards. Nope. He is cut off, so he has to circle back, and now he goes up to Riley Smith. Kolesar trying to chase it down. Good effort. Keegan Kolesar, again, last year was his big transformation year, but I was always hard on him because he was trying to do what he's not. Like, he was trying to be a puck handler, which he's not. Shot coming in from the low boards by Nemes, ends up in the high corner after the stop from Schmid. But he tried to be a puck handler. He tried to just do these things that he just, like, dude, you're not that guy. Stop trying to be that guy and you'll be fine. And he started playing a little bit heavier, started being a little more deliberate with a lot of the things he was doing, and he has been fantastic. Like, right there, just putting in effort. Go to the boards and fight. If you lose, you lose, but at least, like, don't be a bitch about it. Get aggressive, get heavy. You're a big dude. Oh, what happened? They're saying it was a high stick, but yeah, no. I was hesitant to hit the goal buzzer, but I haven't done it in a while, so yeah. I think that's a high stick. It looks like a high stick to me. Hopefully this isn't a coach's challenge and it's just a review. Okay, no goal. Didn't add it to the board, but I hesitated before I hit the goal buzzer for that reason. Something didn't look right. Hell of a job by Pavel Dorofeyev. Unfortunately, it just does not count. Let's see. The string keeps chopping up on me. Let's see if I can find a different one. Which is usually the one that's a little ahead of everybody else. No. Okay. And We found one that's going to be a little bit closer to real time. All right. We got 4:15 left in this one. It's a little bit of a blurry feed. I'll do the best that I can with call outs and stuff, but White Cloud feeding it up the high boards into the corner. Hang on, I got a text. All right, there's some pizza. So may end up grabbing a quick bite to eat once this period ends, and then we'll jump back in for the start of the Sharks and the Stars. I'll say the other guys. Up to the low point. Hannafin looking for a place to go with it. Sends it all the way back around the net. Kolasar up to the high point across the blue line. Marner lets it go to Hannafin. Fed out front. Give and go to Hannafin down low. Kolasar can't quite recover to get a shot on. Gets it back to Hannafin. Back to the blue line. Trying to connect with Reinhart in front of the crease. But they do not connect. Korzak under pressure from Cotter, able to send it for Reinhart to take it behind the Vegas net. Reinhart probably just got away with one, I'm not going to lie. Quick shot, puck reaches Schmid, but it's kicked off to the high corner. And then Reinhart goes down trying to play it on the high boards. Dude, this ice is trash. Puck back through neutral as the Devils dump it into the Vegas zone. White Cloud trying to get it up the low boards. Back to White Cloud behind the net. Tassad, who gets it across to the middle. Dorofeyev out of the zone into the Devils territory. Loses it as he's trying to look for a place to go across the ice. Puck to the front of the net. Markstrom tried to cover it up. It's still loose. Dorofeyev tries to shove it in, and it ends up past the net off the low corners. White Cloud trying to sling it in. Dorofeyev recovers, takes it down the high corner, loses it on the boards, gets it back. A cross check that I guess we're just not gonna call. Okay. Vegas back into Devils territory. Battle for it in the high corner. Can't get it past Eichel. Bowman trying to feed it back to Eichel. Ends up with it on the high wall. After a little move, trying to get it down into the corner. Ends up on McNabb's stick from the top of the low circle. Stopped by Bodies out front. Follow up by Eichel. Stopped again by Bodies out front. Good job, New Jersey. Staying in the way of the shooting lanes. And we're buffering. I guess we're on commercial break. Because, yeah, the feed stopped. Anyway. So I got a crappier feed, but at least it's a little closer to the time it's supposed to be. We got 1:14 left to go in this one. Not a lot of stoppages in this game. It's been fantastic. In fact, how many face-offs? We've had 9 so far, so we're about to have the 10th one for the period. Not bad. I mean, Winnipeg and St. Louis have had 20. But yeah, as we start getting towards the end of this period, again, we'll take like 10 minutes. Some pizza's all ready to go, so go smash a bite and then hop on for the start of San Jose and Dallas. And then we'll just hang out with that until second period starts. Sounds could be worse things to do. Okay, come on. Come on, feed. You can do it. You can do it. There's actually, I saw a video the other day talking about like the lays and stuff. The guy was watching a game on TV. It was like actual the live feed for regular TV. But he lives right next to the stadium or the arena. So he heard the buzzer go off and then like counted how long. It was like, okay, let's wait and see what happened. It took like 30-40 seconds for the live TV to show they scored. It was wild. Okay, I don't know what just happened with this feed. I don't know if it's just a commercial break or if the link's broken. Okay, commercial. All right, are we back? Okay, so yeah, that feed's terrible. There we go. We're back. 40 seconds to go. Puck in the Vegas zone. Bowman able to get it out to the middle as Vegas clears. Eichel all the way across to Barbashev. Back to Eichel. They had a lot of space to get something developed, and they were just... What a waste. Big shot from the top of from the high point, goes wide. Eichel feeds it down to the top dot. He scores. I think that was Shea Theodore. Devils unable to clear, sets up who's that Eichel to get it to Theodore down on the high dot, and he just beats Markstrom. Oh, it looked like it hit a piece of like his. Nope, it just beat Markstrom, beat him to the stick side. And there we go. 3, 2, 1. And that is it for the first period. Vegas sneaking in to take the lead. All right, I want to get all this stuff done before 5 o'clock. I need to get some of this pizza. So we will be right back, hopefully by about 5. Well, shit, by that time, this period is going to start up, or the second period is going to start up. But we will be back momentarily. I'm going to go stuff some pizza in my face real quick, and then we'll run back and I said we'll either get the start of the Sharks and the Stars, or we'll come back for the second period of this one. See you guys in a couple minutes. We're getting back with just a minute or two to spare. We can take a look. Oh, take a look at what's happening. The Sharks and the Stars have not started yet, but the Golden Knights are about to. I just looked at the clock and it said 2.5 minutes left, and now it's already saying we are good to go. Again, Shea Theodore with 12.7 seconds left on the clock buries one past Markstrom from the high boards. Same one that beat pretty much the mere shot of what beat Schmidt, but got called back. Goalie 69. Oh, come on, man. Please let's not do this with the buffering and the bullshit. Hoping to have as little delay as possible. You know, Schmidt was okay for New Jersey, but he came to Vegas and really got like this really was his second chance. And he said he's seen this as his second opportunity basically to recover. And he's done a really good job so far. Definitely a fan. Good morning, good morning. All right. Let's go. Still waiting on puck drop. All right, so we'll have to check on other games and how they're doing. I was hoping that our first period would carry us a little bit closer to 5 o'clock, 5:10, so we could catch the start of the Sharks and the Stars. I have a feeling there's going to be a couple of willful penalties in that game, but we'll check on it as their first period continues. Or sorry, their first period gets started. Back to New Jersey. Shots are 13-5. Vegas score 1-0. Golden Knights. Off the stick of Shea Theodore. And finally. Why do we buffer? I just don't get it, man. The feed just doesn't want to stay active for longer than a minute. And we fast forwarded 30 seconds. Reliability is not the strong suit in these streams. Face off to the right of Markstrom. Stoney gets back behind the net, gets shoved over as he goes to make the play. And the Devils head back. Got a step, feeding it across. Big save, Akira Schmid. Who was that? Fisher. Coming in aggressive, getting the feed from the kind of a 2-on-1 situation. But Schmid making the stop, fed all the way up ahead, trying to recover his Bowman, and he gets stopped by the glove of Markstrom. Yeah. Devils go into the Vegas zone. Puck makes it to Schmid, who kicks it to the low corner. Devils recover on the low baseline, trying to go behind the net. Theodore slows it down, and McNabb is able to get it ahead. Eichel all the way across to Theodore, stops up at the point. Dumps it to the backboards, but pretty easy takeover by the Devils. Good stick by Barbashev to break up the exit, but the Devils get it out. Eichel circling on his own blue line. Backhands it up ahead, but misses Bowman. And and the Devils will go back the other way into Vegas territory. McNabb to Theodore in the low corner. Theodore gets it up ahead to Eichel. Takes it across the neutral line. Tries to enter the zone, but gets stopped at the blue line. However, Vegas able to come back and win the battle, trying to feed it across to Bowman, who was held up. Devils go back the other way, feed it to the middle. Shot goes off the backboards, recovered by New Jersey. Schmidt a little out of position. New Jersey not able to take advantage of it. Circling at the high point under pressure from Sodden. Hurdle puck comes to the middle of the ice for a shot that gets whiffed on. Schmidt is able to cover it up. That was great back and forth by Hischer and who was that, 23? No, who was that? 28. Timo Meyer. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Meyer and Hirscher making good plays. And then Bowman gets stopped. Puck was a little bit more in his reach and he didn't have to recover. He has a much better opportunity there. But still a good effort to get a shot on net and a good save by Markstrom. Puck in the Vegas zone, trying to be worked up past the low point. Orzak stops it in front of the net, but turns it over to Cotter, trying to make the pass to Dorofeyev. Puck into the middle. Good job by Saad to get a stick on it and force it away. To the high point. Devils down to the top of the high circle. Fed low. Corner up the high wall. All the way across. A good stick. Breaks up the pass. Vegas again getting a little caught on one half of the ice, but a good stick to save it as that pass went across. New Jersey from their own zone into neutral. Hit the red line. Hirscher throws a shot from the top of the low circle, and it is swept up by Akira Schmidt. 3.5 gone in the first. Shots are 15-7 Golden Knights. Again, so far, I don't really have a lot. I mean, that was a good play by New Jersey to go the other way. Can't blame, Vegas has done a good job recovering. So far, not a whole lot bad to say about how the Golden Knights are looking right now. Not a whole lot bad to say about how New Jersey's looking either. Is it going to buffer again right here, and then we're going to skip like a minute and a half ahead? Yeah, it's looking like it. Might have to go to one of the super far behind delayed streams just for the fact that this feed is cutting up way too much. Man, might as well be all the way back anyway. So we're just going to go to a better feed. We'll be way behind. It is what it is. God, that's like so far behind though. All right, this is better. Vegas attacking in the New Jersey zone. Reinhardt in trouble in the high corner, under pressure by Hughes. Gets it to Kolasar, tries to go back to Reinhardt. Hughes sends it up the high wall. Brought back down low, but lost to the red shirts, the red coats. Devils all the way across the ice as they enter the Vegas zone. Pressure by Kolasar, but they keep it in. Shot from the middle, and Akira Schmid makes the glove save. 15:01 to go in the first period as Cody Glass was trying to beat not his former teammate, but his former team. Still pissed about it. Like I want to say it, or I keep forgetting who did it, but a preseason game, someone did some bullshit and ended up hurting Cody Glass his first season. And I truly believe if he didn't get hurt and was built up with Stoney and Eichel and them, he would still be playing for us and he'd be a beast. But back the other way, Korzak's able to win the foot race on the off pass. But the Devils are going to recover and go back behind their own net. Up the low boards. Korzak stops it at the red line, dumps it in. Markstrom makes a play into the high corner, and the Devils are going to work their way out. Tipped in, Hannafin sends it up the high boards, and Bowman turns it over, trying to catch Barbashev chasing down the middle of the ice. Devils back into the Vegas zone. Korzak not able to get it through to Bowman. Puck comes towards the middle. Backhand off the low dot, stopped by Akira Schmid. 6 minutes gone in the second period. Nemeth back the other way. And turned over at the Vegas blue line. Korzak up the low boards. Not the best decision, but the ice is shit in New Jersey. That's the one thing I can tell from this game for sure, is this ice is garbage. Little awkward play as a shot ends up tangling up 4 different guys. Saad goes down off of what looked like a little stick to the skate, but we're not going to worry about that. Vegas into the Devil zone. Dorofeyev gets a little cross check that puts him into the boards. He doesn't like it and goes over to have a word with Nemeth. Ooh, good turnover. Saad gets it to Dorofeyev to Theodore to McNabb, but hits a skate up front. Back the other way. Dude, everybody is falling down all over the place. This is absolutely insane. Oh, look at that. I've completely lost. Don't know if any of this is coming through. I'm completely red barred. It's green for the moment, so we'll hope that it stays green. Nope. Stone, it settles it. That was actually a pretty good job by Marner to get some wood on the puck. All right, it looks like we might be okay. Said I just went red bar for a while, so I don't know if any of that was going through, but Stoney feeds it back towards the blue line. White Cloud puts it on net. It makes it through. That should be a penalty, dude. Somebody hit that punk ass. Because that was bullshit. Howden's off balance, doing his best not to interact with the goalie, and the guy cross checks him to the ice. And guess what happened? Nobody went to the defense of Brett Howden. Because the Vegas Golden Knights are a bunch of soft little punks. Most annoying thing about the guys. Like, stand up for your teammates, man. Stand up for your goalie, stand up for your teammates. We don't do either. So apparently they're doing an original, a re-release of the original cut of Star Wars. So I'm calling horseshit. I'm calling things have changed. Somebody changed something. The commercial breaks are what kill me here. There's some funny shit going on in the world. One of these days, I'll actually start doing what I've been wanting to do, which is hang out in the mornings and like just talk about like the hockey from the night before, but then just flip through the news and see what's going on and talk shit about whatever's happening. Because there's some wild shit going on in the world right now. All right, let's get back to it. Devils win the face-off in their own zone. Up across neutral. Hughes. Sorry, that's Herscher. Into the Vegas zone. His shot goes off some skates. Ends up going on to Schmidt, who's able to cover it up before Nosen basically falls on him. Herscher just makes a good move that beats Shea Theodore. Surprise. $11:38 to go in the second. Shots are 16-9. Face off taken by Vegas. McNabb's able to work it up the high boards. All the way back to Theodore. Got another Devil going down as the puck makes it all the way to Markstrom. Not sure about that play. Herscher feeds it across to Meyer. Meyer in off the low backhand off the high baseline. Theodore just falls over. Dude, guys are falling over left and right. Nobody can keep their balance. And everybody is hitting spots in the ice that are just dumping them. So now I'm just going to start thinking out loud. Oh, come on with this. Please stop. Thank you. Jesus. Every time anything happens, you're seeing guys sliding across on their backs, on their ass, guys going face first. The ice looks like Panthers ice. It looks like Florida ice. Puck in on Schmid. Up high, standing, makes the glove save. Damn, dude. New Jersey started 8-1-0, and now it's 8-9. They're 8-9-1. No wonder he's bitching and moaning. He can't get his guys to play for shit, so he might as well bitch to the ref. Now that I've said that, they're going to score 6 goals unanswered, but it's whatever. It is what it is. Battle for it in the low corner of the Vegas zone. Devils come away with this shot on net. Schmid makes the save. Theodore getting his stick in the way, trying to help Schmid out, but eventually Schmid is able to cover. Oh, 3-0 on current 4-game homestand. Have been outscored 14-6. They're starting to threaten us, though. So shots are 17-11 in favor of Vegas. 10.5 to go in the second. No penalties so far, which means that one's coming. 2 goals taken away, one from each side. One for offsides, one for a high stick. Bit of an interesting game. It's gotten a little less exciting in the second period. New Jersey is staying a little bit aggressive, and Vegas is doing what Vegas does, which is just be a little sloppy in the second period. But both sides are getting their opportunities. One side just needs to capitalize. Puck in front of the net, but Stoney misses out on the pass from Marner. Puck all the way around behind the net to the low boards, trying to go back down low, but New Jersey will get it clear. Theodore misses the pass up, but Howden comes away with it. Howden gets tripped, no call. The only reason there's been no penalties is because no penalties have been called. Riley Smith gets tugged down as he's trying to make a play on the puck. And I said, there's been a couple, like Bowman might have gone away with the holding the stick earlier too. I mean, the officiating has just been pretty dog shit, which is expected. It's professional sports, so of course the officiating is horrible. Pass goes off a skate. Vegas going to go back the other way. Kolasar at the blue line makes a move, but it's sent back on him. Dumped in again from the red line. Reinhardt trying to put on pressure, but the Devils will work their way out of the zone. Through neutral. It was tipped, so no icing. Smid sets it up for Korzak. Pass back out to Bowman. If they can hurry, the Knights will have 2-on-1. Eichel trying to go back to Bowman, and Bowman couldn't catch it as it goes between his skates. Unfortunate. And then the pass from Eichel back to the point goes off the low boards wide of White Cloud. A couple of great opportunities that go nowhere. And icing on the Devils. 8:17 to go in the second. Shots are 17-14. There was a time where we were dominating the shots, but again, Vegas in the second period will do what Vegas in the second period does. Suck ass. No, they'll be they will be rather sloppy. Yeah. Up top to White Cloud across to Hannafin trying to shoot for the net. Oh, that should have been a high stick. Dorofeyev just had the stick wrapped around his neck. Hurdle bringing it up the low boards, trying to go across the blue line, and he cannot. Good stick by Cotter. Puck back into the Vegas zone. 7:45 to go in the second. Oh, we're losing too many board battles. All the way up high. New Jersey dumps it back in. Good pressure by Hurdle. And now dude's just going at Hurdle. Is that Cotter? Don't be a bitch, Cotter. I mean, I'll give it. Paul Cotter's got balls for going at Tomas Hurdle. Hurdle would. I like Cotter. Hurdle would put his dick in the dirt. Mercer makes a great play up front. Dude, we do not protect our goal. Anytime a goalie in the league gets touched, his guys go nuts on the guy that touches them. Except for Vegas. What's going on in the league? 9:42 to go in the second. Winnipeg Jets up on the Sabres 2-1 in Winnipeg. Sharks and the Stars 8:04 to go. There's no way there's still 8:04 to go in the first of that game. Oh wait, no, that was the 5:00 start. My bad. That makes sense. But scores 0-0. Any penalties in this one yet? Yep. Sharks already have a penalty. Orlov, 2-minute minor for hooking Rantanen. Rantanen should not be playing hockey. Rantanen should. I am a firm believer if you do something dirty and you cause a guy to miss games because of an injury, you should be out as long as he is. And then once, like, say you get a 5-game suspension, what it should be is say the guy's out for 2 months and you get a 5-game suspension. Well, when that guy comes back after that 2 months, that's when your suspension begins. You don't get, if you put a guy out because of injury, because of something dirty, you don't get to play after, you sit out until he's good to go. Like, Rantanen should not be playing tonight. He shouldn't be playing for 6 months because the bullshit hit he made. I can't even remember dude's name right now, but his dude required surgery and he's going to be out 5 to 6 months. Wait, did we actually get, are they showing power play stats because we actually got a power play? Now we're 6-1-3 with Stone, 6-5-5 without him, 3.7 goals a game with, 2.63 without. 34.4% on the power play with Stoney, 17% without. He improves our power play percentage by 100%. 200%, whatever it is. I guess he improves it. But anyway, I always confuse myself with its wording. Puck taken the other way by New Jersey. He's got a step. Follow-up shot goes wide. Schmid missed it, but it missed the net. Dude, Devils are just getting away with whatever they want to do, they're doing. Puck down on the low boards. Bowman trying to skate away. Gets it to Eichel, who's going to skate it out past the blue line. Puck all the way across as they enter the Devil zone. Barbie not quite able to get past the skate. Oh, but the blue line trips up Hersher. Bowman goes back the other way. He tries to get it across to Eichel. He can't beat Markstrom. His stick was in the air. Doesn't make it too easy. Barbashev's stick goes in half as the Devils go back the other way. Gorzak trying to take the low boards up and out. And he does. Hughes has it in the Devil zone back behind Markstrom. Ooh, swing and a miss. Trying to get it clear of the blue line. The backhand recovery wasn't bad, though. Up the high boards and all the way across hard. Misses the connecting pass, but Vegas does as well. Not a whole lot of aiming with these ones. Dude. Vegas has finally started to activate their sticks a little bit. 5.5 to go in the second period. And we got an offsides. It's been a game. Well, I can say at this point, it has been a game. Second period, Vegas just looking sloppy, man. It's kind of what they do, unfortunately. See, there used to be a time, they just showed the commercial for McDonald's for the Big Mac meal where they're going to have it like Who themed. And all it is like packaging. It's special packaging. And then I think you get a pair of socks. Like, man, they used to actually get into that shit. When I was a kid, getting a kid's meal, or I guess that's not a kid's meal, but getting a meal like that was actually kind of, there was more to it, like, I forget who Burger King or something is doing, like, come buy the Krabby Patty, and it's literally a Whopper. It just comes in a different box. Like, come on, man. All right, Ferrero Rocher, actually, I haven't had those truffles in a while. Those actually looked really good. All right, let's see. 5.5 to go here, 6 to go in Winnipeg, still 2-1, but the Stars on a power play in Dallas. Take a quick peek at that, I guess. Oh, they got TJ. I don't, okay. Trying to do better about certain things that I say. Okay, yeah, there's definitely a penalty on Celebrini. But we're back here. I wanted to watch that power play, but we're active here, so we'll check in on that. I'll just keep it active. TJ Luxmore, the guy. That dude has no business being an NHL official. He has no business. Oh, wait. Howden breaking through, puts a shot on, but misses wide. Howden setting himself up great with the breakaway. Yeah, TJ Luxmore is an embarrassment to a job that is already not very well celebrated. It's like, never mind. Like I said, trying to do better about it. Let's just call the game. Stoney gets the pass all the way across to Howden. He walks in. Stoney dumps it a little deeper, but Vegas goes for a change. Marner putting on a little pressure on Dylan, but Dylan takes it out to the red line and dumps it in. Hutton there first, loses it off his stick, but a swing and a miss to try and send it around the boards by New Jersey. And Dorofeyev is able to get it to Hurdle. Not quite able to get it deep, but Dorofeyev recovers and not quite able to get it to Saad, who turns around and fights like hell for the puck. Great job by this line. How do you not love these three, man? Saad, Dorofeyev, and Hurdle. How you doing, buddy? Guess up. I'm going to go with you being a Devil fan. Saad working his way back out through neutral. Great pass to Dorofeyev. Takes a shot, but a good stick. Knocks that puck up and away. Devils coming back out of their own zone all the way across neutral. Recovered by Hannafin, who takes it back into the high corner. Works it up to high boards. A little bit of a risky give and go between Barbashev and Eichel, but he goes down. Eichel with the backhand, stopped by Markstrom. Thanks from Iowa. Right on, buddy. Hey, cheers, man. Thank you for stopping in. Cotter just whiffs on it. Korczak not able to take the puck away. However, it does come to the low boards. Vegas able to dump it in. Barbashev not connecting. And then Eichel kind of just sends it in on off his own skate off a pass to Korczak. Not a great look there. But Eichel's attitude has been a little rough lately. Puck comes out into the neutral zone, back in, and Riley Smith cannot control it across the blue line. All the way back on an icing from the Devils. 2:36 to go in the second. And we will be facing off in the Devil zone. And sure enough, Jason Robertson, the man who was penalized, actually, Celebrini hooked Robertson, and now Robertson scores with the help of Johnston and Rantanen, who again, Rantanen should not be playing. He should be suspended. Yo, Sugar Hill, what up, buddy? Marner did not score. Theodore scored. Assisted by Eichel and Hannafin. Trying to feed it up from Marner with a backhand. It doesn't connect. And they're going to call a tip as the puck went up and out of play. 2:27 to go in the second. Shots are 19-16. If this is the Golden Knights' bad period, I'm all right with it. It typically is, so. Are the rest talking or what's that? No. Okay. Didn't even get to see a replay to see if it was shit. If it was a missed call or not. Usually when they're talking about that could have been a penalty and they don't show a replay, it was a penalty. Out and just working hard through doing that tipped over. McNabb ends up throwing it into the corner, letting everybody chase. Stoney trying to make a play off the low boards, comes into neutral, backhanded right into Stoney's face from Shea Theodore. Resetting from the Vegas zone, 1:50 to go. all the way up to Marner, who touches it in, cannot connect with Riley Smith, and New Jersey sends it all the way back down. Reinhart wins the foot race, sets up Theodore, who's in with White Cloud, so somebody needs to go get a change. Colasar gets it in, chasing it is Riley Smith. He gets it to Reinhart up the low boards, in from White Cloud, misses the Riley Smith connection. Fucking the high boards, and New Jersey's going to control it back behind their net. Minute and a quarter to go in the second period. Puck into neutral. Colasar is able to get there, trying to set up. Hurdle goes off of Colasar's stick again. Devils take it. Colasar steals it again. Theodore trying to get it to Colasar, and good defensive sticks by the guys in red. Colasar again comes away with it in neutral. Right, White Cloud dumps it cross corner. Comes back onto Markstrom, who sets up Hughes. Saw it putting some pressure on him, but the Devils are going to be able to take it away 2-on-2 as they go into the Vegas zone. Down low, all outside the low circle. Off the outside of the net. Puck comes back towards the middle. Vegas going the other way. Dorofeyev in the zone against Nemec. And they're going to call an offsides with 26.2 to go in the second period. Shots 19-16 Vegas. Dude, now the Knights have a credit card. Of course they do. I mean, I guess that's not, if you're like a season pass holder that doesn't miss a game, I guess that's not a bad thing to do, so that you don't have to worry about having money on you when you go into the stadium. Feel like that is a precursor to happily spending $20 a beer, which I don't care if you have $1 million, $20 a beer for Coors Light is fucking obnoxious. Barbashev putting it on net, but Markstrom's look solid, man. You know, Theodore beat him on one that he probably wanted back. It was a very similar shot that I want to say it was Hughes beat or was it? I forgot who got his goal taken back for New Jersey, but it was very similar looking to the goal that Theodore made. Absolute chaos drill with under 5 seconds to go, and that is the end of the second period. We remain 1-0 off the late Theodore goal from the second period. But we are in chill mode. Apparently, I am a lot further back because they're already 2 minutes into intermission. So hopefully we can get one of the closer feeds to start working at some point, but y'all know what the drill is. It's time to grab a snack, grab a drink, take a rip. I just realized I hit sleep on my computer, so I'm having issues with the power supply, so that might not restart. I guess we'll see in about 15 minutes when we come back for the third period, but I'm just gonna sneak out real quick, take a rip, have a smoke, and then we'll come back in and see what games are going. I hate when the games are timed so perfectly like this. So we're in intermission. Sabres and Jets go to intermission in 8 seconds. Sharks and Stars go to intermission in 2 minutes. So there's that. You could watch for a couple minutes. But then everything starts up. Like, by the time these intermissions are done, the Mammoth and the Canucks will start playing. So everything's on intermission together. Like, that's why I like the half-hour stagger starts. So, like, once the first game you want to watch, that first period's over, you can go catch, like, the last 13 minutes of the first period of another game and then come back for your second period, go back. I'm just bitching and moaning. Y'all, I'm gonna put on some tunes, go do a few things. Y'all, I'll see y'all in a couple minutes. Sorry, back just in time. But wink, wink. But dude, I have no idea what it is. It is what YouTube approves of me playing without getting copyright struck. So it is their random audio library. That's what I play every time because it is the only thing that has not been hit. I've used to do different non-copyright stuff throughout YouTube, and I would get hit for it. So we're stuck listening to whatever that library has. Face off to the right of Markstrom. Dylan sends it over to Meyer, who hits the red line and dumps it in. Puck around to the low corner. Hannafin trying to get it behind the net to White Cloud. Puck goes all the way to the boards. Up to the high point, sent back in by the Devils. White Cloud again up the high boards into the middle. Dude, so many guys are hitting the ice with nobody touching them. They're just straight up falling. It is incredible. Puck through neutral. Devils cannot get it across. Eichel picks off the pass all the way up to Barbashev. He hits the red line and goes cross corner off the low boards. Bowman loses the foot race to Hamilton, who gets it to neutral, and Vegas is right back in. Eichel loses it up high, though. Back the other way. Bratt taking it in on the low boards up to the point. Hamilton from the top of the low circle. Bowman with a great block. And Vegas is able to flip it clear. Minute and a half gone as Eichel enters the zone, but his pass is picked off. Hutton gets a good stick on it and another good stick on it, but can't get the pass through up the low boards from behind the net. Devils. Little pick play. Eichel gets slightly interfered with. Nothing to worry about. That was close, but it's waved inbound or onside. Finally, Vegas gets it out. Saad, one-on-one, leaves it back. Fedora Fair back to Saad, and it's stopped by Markstrom. Again, Markstrom doing a good job keeping this a 1-0 game, and now Saad's going to get a tripping penalty. First penalty of the game, and I can't believe it. Flip my phone over so I don't see if the score happens. That wasn't Saad's stick. So the first penalty called gets called on Saad, and it wasn't his stick. It wasn't Saad's stick that tripped him. Go figure right now, man. Stone breaking the other way. Has an opportunity. Flips it past Markstrom, but he misses the net. Howden loses his stick. He's just going to race to go get another one or get off the ice. As Meyer comes in and sends it around behind the net. Puck comes to Hamilton on the low point. Back to Meyer on the low boards. Meyer tries to go baseline. Hersher picks it up after McNabb puts a good stick on it to interrupt the pass. Battle on the board. Stoney trying to work it up and out. Hersher steals it. Puck to the low baseline. And the pass misses everybody. Let's see. Am I still... Everything's still good? Headed back the other way. Devils into the Vegas zone. Back behind the net. Hannafin trying to interrupt it. Pass gets to Meyer. Back down to Heischer. I guess it's Heischer. I've been pronouncing it wrong. But the puck goes all the way back. 45 seconds left on the power play. Right back into the zone all the way across. Off the boards. Shot misses wide by Nemec. puck to the point, it comes out of the zone. Nemec picked off the pass to his own teammate and caused him to go offsides. Penalty to Saad. There's 20 seconds left. I thought it was over. Hughes skating in fast, shot coming from a hard angle, but he whiffs on it. Puck battle in the high corner of the Vegas zone. 3 seconds to go on the penalty. Still kind of a chaos drill in the corner. McNabb comes away with it, gets it to Riley Smith. Down to Kolasar. Kolasar goes down. It's so hard to tell if there's tripping or if the ice is just that bad, because the ice has been that bad. 3-on-2 for New Jersey. Everybody catches up. Shot misses wide. Vegas is able to recover, get it out of the zone. Dylan backhands it back. Looked close to being offsides, but it's waved on. Korzak gets it to the point. Jersey sends it back in. Battle in that high corner. Reinhardt's going to come away with it. Okay, so it's Reinhardt, Riley, and Kolasar, I believe. Vegas in their own zone. Korzak sends it to Hutton. Hutton working his way out, trying to protect the puck, but he loses it. He held onto it way too long. Storming back in, goes across the crease. Good play by Bowman, dude. Braden Bowman has been a monster since he joined us. I am a massive fan. Schmid tries to send the puck up around the boards. Ends up with a shot from the point, and Schmid gloves it. 14-14 to go in the third. Shots at 21-17 Vegas. And this is, Vegas was a little sloppy in the second. They haven't quite tightened up. Yeah, that opportunity there. Stone's just getting whacked the whole way. Tries to go up over Markstrom. And just skies it. Hell of an effort, though. All right, Vegas wins the face-off in their own zone. Dorofeyev storming in, but puck gets sent back. Saad comes away with it, gets it to Hurdle. Dorofeyev turns in the net. Hurdle puts it on net. But Markstrom gets a piece and it goes up out of play. Just under 14 minutes to go in the third. You'd think as much as I talked about grabbing something to eat real quick, I would have probably actually grabbed something to eat. I did not. The fuck was that? Let's see what's going on around the league real quick. 15:50 to go in the third in Winnipeg. Jets up over the Sabres 3-1. Stars still the only goal on the Robertson power play, coming off the Celebrini hook. Up 1-0. 18 minutes to go in Dallas. Getting ready for puck drop for the Mammoth and the Canucks. And at 7 o'clock, we've got the Caps and the Ducks. Now, Caps and Ducks, I'm very interested to watch. That should be a really good game. Should be an aggressive, physical game. Mammoth and the Canucks, you know what? Vancouver is a team that I just haven't watched. I'm starting to think about it, looking at the lineup, and I know nothing about Vancouver. So, gotta put... like the week before Christmas and like the week after the New Year's and all that, we'll see how the games line up, but want to watch a couple of teams that I haven't watched. So Vancouver would be on that list. Nashville would probably be on there, either St. Louis or damn, who else was I just thinking about? I can't remember now. But like, we haven't watched, I haven't watched anybody in a while, but got to check in on like Toronto and Florida and No, couple different teams, get a mix in with the Vegas games. I'll be my mind's gonna be very busy over the next week, so I'm probably just gonna do Vegas games, and then once I get past the 11th, I'll start going back to everyday games. All right, Devils end up getting called offsides. 13:49 to go in the third. Shots at 21-17. Might do a little jamming when I get off of this. Got a couple things stuck in my head. I gotta see if I can figure out. All right, Vegas trying to get the puck clear, and they do. Nemec recovers in his own zone, sends it up ahead. Tipped in. White Cloud gets there first, sets it for Hannafin, who turns it over immediately. Vegas gets the clear. It's going to be an icing, but little bit of a scared reaction by Zach Whitecloud there, but a good one after Hannafin made a dumbass backhand giveaway. Most one-goal games this season. We're fifth with 15. And we're 6-1-8 in those 15 games. Dude, 8 overtime losses. Unreal. Devils come away with it. Shot doesn't quite make the net. Hard angle follow-up goes off the outside of the net, and Schmidt's going to cover up. Don't know if it came through or not. Hannafin, I don't know if it hit Hannafin or Schmidt, but I mean, Hannafin got tripped. Palat took out Hannafin's left skate. Out of all the calls that haven't been made, for Saad to go to the box because dude tripped over his teammate's stick is still just, that's bugging me. Marner able to swat down the puck as Jersey was trying to go back the other way. Howden into the zone, skating hard, trying to cut across at the baseline. Forced around the back of the net, sends it to the point from the top of the high circle. Leave it to Theodore to put it into the skates of the man standing a foot in front of him. McNabb resets back to Theodore. Passes ahead to Marner, back to McNabb, up to Riley Smith. And Riley gets called offsides, apparently. So if it's Riley, so who's Stoney playing with? Howdy and... I gotta look now. I'm very confused at what the lines are. I don't know if they keep changing or if I'm just catching them mid-change. Devils into the Vegas zone. So going off of the pad of Schmidt, trying to center it, but Vegas picks it off. Reinhart with the good play there. And Kolasar throws it in for Reinhart to chase. Segenthaler gets there first, tries to go up the high boards. And New Jersey ends up taking it out. Glass dumps it in, being chased down by Dillon. And Vegas is going to set it back the other way. Eichel hitting the red line, skating right through everybody. Good stick at the end by Nemec to disrupt the play. Unfortunately, everybody behind Eichel went for a change. Coming back the other way. Hannafin gets to the puck first. Eichel just no hustle. From the red line, Eichel dumps it in. Markstrom will settle it in the trapezoid. Barbashev gets the pick off. Bowman ends up with it. Trying to get it through the legs. Not enough juice on it. Barbashev putting pressure into the wall definitely helped, but New Jersey's going to go back the other way. Cotter working up the high boards. He goes down. I'll be interested to see that one because that one looked like Eichel tripped Cotter, but it's so likely that he fell down as well. I really don't know. Devils get into the Vegas zone back behind Schmidt, trying to take the low boards up. Hurdle can't win the fight. But Theodore turns up in the high corner and gets some space. Pass up out of the zone to Dorofeyev. He'll get it through. Saad had to slow down, but he's able to catch back up to the puck. Fortunately, Hurdle made a misread there. Meyer now into the Vegas zone. Top of the high circle. Sent in. Misses everybody. From the low point, Hamilton on net. Schmid covers it up. 9:54 to go in the third period. Vegas still up 1-0. Shots 22-17. Not a lot happening shots wise this period. Man, frozen pizza commercial, and I got some pizza waiting. Is your ice always this bad? I'm not. They're in New Jersey. Vegas ice is not this bad. But they're in Devils territory, and I ain't a Devils fan. So I have no idea if their ice is always this bad, but Vegas ice doesn't look like that. I expect that in Florida and Tampa, somewhat in Carolina, but typically not up north. Guys have been tripping over the blue line all game, going down, trying to stop. Not even trying to stop, just trying to slow down and eating shit. You don't see that often throughout the year, but it is extremely noticeable tonight. I said it's crazy because the only tripping penalty has been against Saad, who it wasn't his stick. Interesting. But so many guys have fallen down. You would expect calls here and there. And again, like the officiating hasn't been great, but there has to be no tripping happening. So when guys are falling down, it is legitimately on their own. Okay, I kind of actually dig this educator appreciation jersey. The gold here is a ruler. And then it has the globe. Like a schoolhouse globe logo. It's actually not bad. A lot of their stuff they've been doing, promotional stuff they do, is a little rough. Dorofeyev into the New Jersey zone, taking around the back of the net, trying to stop up and get it centered. Hurdle ends up coming and taking it off of him. Theodore throws it to the middle of the sod under heavy pressure from Hughes. Hughes ends up falling down. Hurdle trying to feed it deep, but hits a skate and stops up short. From neutral, dumped into Vegas territory, McNabb. To Theodore, who goes high, up, and out, and no icing. Slowed down just enough that Siegenthaler had to rush in and play the puck. Under 9 minutes to go. All the way down to Schmid. From the trapezoid, Korzak to Hutton, who works up the low boards. Pitched all the way up and across into the zone. We just can't control in the Devils territory right now. Puck comes out in the center, just a wrong-handed shot for the situation. Puck comes hard off the high point. Schmid's able to get it to the corner. Marner fighting for his life, sends it around the low boards. Hutton comes away with the puck momentarily from a touch from Stone, and now Stone's able to get it across the red line. Pass to Hutton gets tipped and puck goes back the other way. Close to being too many men, but he didn't play the puck, so they get away with it. 8 minutes left. Everett Cotter chasing the puck against Hannafin and White Cloud. And the puck goes up and out of play, and it's looking like we're going to end up with a delay of game on Vegas. No penalties against New Jersey. Second penalty against Vegas. If you chuck this one up out of play, that's doesn't look like it hits the glass, so that's a penalty. However, again, this should be the actual first penalty of the game. I'm gonna be annoyed, even though they didn't score. I keep being annoyed about that tripping penalty against Son because it wasn't his stick. But all right, stop bitching about it. This one's on Hannafin. And now we have a face-off to the right of Schmid. Hescher versus Eichel. And New Jersey's going to be able to keep it in the zone, but only momentarily as Theodore is able to get there and chuck it down the ice. Pratt leaves it back to Hamilton. Pass up ahead. Can't quite handle the puck. Saad gets there first, and he's able to send it back into the New Jersey zone. From neutral, 30 seconds gone on the Devils' man advantage. Mercer cuts through into neutral. Another good stick. These guys, penalty kill is playing fierce. Just don't lose track, guys. Don't drift. What up, Mercs? How you doing, buddy? Heischer back to Meyer to Heischer from the top circle into the middle. It's tapped. Everybody's following it up. It looks like it's still loose, but I think Schmid was able to get on top of it and stop Meyer. Yeah, I know, buddy. Had some stuff, so I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Life does some things sometimes, and that's I had missed a little bit, but we're back. Probably only going to do Vegas games through next week, but I should be here for most of the Vegas games. Hey, I'm glad to be back, buddy. I miss hanging out with everybody. Oh yeah, the boys got to keep it together, man. We got 50 seconds left on a New Jersey power play. 6:45 to go in the third. Just taking care of real life stuff, man. I had some things going on, and it's like, to be honest, that's about as much that matters. Like I said, hopefully plan on being back for the foreseeable future for Knights games at least. It works out. Or actually, I might not. We have a back-to-back on Tuesday. Well, yeah, Monday, Tuesday. Actually, I should be able to be here for both games, Monday and... Oh, no, I'm on the wrong thing. Okay, we only have a game Tuesday. That's right. I looked at this earlier. I was thinking I might not be here for the Tuesday game, but I actually should be here for that. Now, I got to refresh the feed. It just started buffering on me. Oh, come on. Uh, 16 seconds left on the power play. Kids have been great. Good. Rana, is it getting too cold to be running up there? Are they spending a lot more time down in the basement? McNabb, or no, who is that? Marner gets hooked, and finally the Golden Knights are going on a power play. Kicked off the hockey season. That makes a lot of sense. I didn't even think about season starting. They haven't been around since like damn near October. Been in the basement a ton, right on. That's how you know it was worth it. Dude, I keep seeing this KFC like festivals. What is it? Festive chicken sandwich with cranberry and stuff in and all that. And there, the problem with that is there's a sub shop that's been doing that with turkey forever. Because it was a home game. Sorry, all right. Hey, dude, it happens. Like I said, you see it a lot more in Florida, Tampa, and New Jersey. Not New Jersey, sorry, Carolina. We're playing New Jersey. So Carolina, Florida, and Tampa are usually really, really bad. Oh, this plays hockey, already has 3 hat tricks. That's nasty, dude. Captain of the team, he should be. You got 3 hatties. It's kind of hard to argue you shouldn't be. That's awesome, man. See, right there, that shows you that putting in the basement is 100% worth it, because obviously if he's down there working on stuff and he's got 3 hatties already, that means he's getting a lot more practice than everybody else is. Putting in all the work. What's that, man? That's all you can ask for. A little bit of talent and a whole lot of work. I hate when they say stuff like this. They're like, all right, let's start talking about the post-game show and mention how great the Knights are doing right before they take a dive. Mods do not have school today due to power outages in the whole area. Nice. I'm gonna guess that was gonna be kids and not mods. So you just gotta you get to hang out with the kiddos. All right, getting ready to start off our power play with Devils breakaway, but Dorofeyev just shut that down. He decided to take the day off. Hey, awesome, man. Get to spend a freebie day with the kiddos. It's like, I know if you had stuff to get done, it's one of those things that's like, man, but that feeling's got to last about 30 or 3 seconds. I shouldn't say 30 seconds, about 3 seconds. And then it's like, yeah, I get to hang out with the kids. All right, Eichel from neutral. Almost 60 seconds gone in the power play already. Stoney down into the corner, sets it back for Dorofeyev to Marner on the blue line, down to Eichel on the low boards. Eichel skates up to the point, back down to the top of the low circle, down to Stoney on the baseline, across to the middle hurdle, trying to stuff it through. Good defensive sticks by the Devils. Back to the blue line, Marner sends it to Dorofeyev on the high dot. He skates it around looking for somewhere to go. We're holding it way too long. Back to Marner on the blue line. He shoots and he scores! Vegas going up 2-0 on the big shot from Mitch Marner. Oh, it was Hurdle with the deflection. And late in the third, we have ourselves a bigger lead. Here, give me 1 sec. Oh. Hang on. Yeah, remember, I'm on a nice long delay. So Jersey does have the empty net. And here goes Hurdle, who just gets ripped down. I have a long delay on my feed, so I have, as of right now, it's 2-0 with 2:36 to go in the game. If there's been another goal, it hasn't happened yet. But it looks like Vegas is getting a power play. Oh, yeah. See, I still have 2-0. So I don't. There was a goal way earlier. Like, there was a goal in like the first period that got taken away. Dude, everybody in that arena is leaving. Everybody's walking out for both. New Jersey had a goal taken away because Meyer lost control of the puck and went off sides. And we had a goal taken away because Dorofeyev got it with a high stick. So the first two goals of the first goal of the game for each side got taken off the board. And then with like 12.7 seconds left, Theodore scored in the first period. And then that's been all the scoring until that power play goal, which is 2 games in a row that Marner puts it towards the net and Hurdle's there to tip it in. It's almost like people, like guys in front of the net, puck to the net. Good things happen. I've only been saying that for a couple years, right? The fans watching it last night. The way the Pens one was crazy. Yeah, unfortunately, I have been completely out of the loop. How is that not a hold? You just don't want to call it because whatever. Stoney looking for a place to go. Sends it to the baseline. Eichel loses it out towards the center. Stoney's going to come away with it. Theodore down to Eichel on the high wall. Up to the blue line. Eichel looking for a place to go. He shoots it. And they score. Let's say that. So, yeah, Eichel just skates across the blue line looking for the post or looking for the goal. He hits a post on a great shot and Barbashev is right there to follow up and make it 3-0. See, Penguins were up 4-3 with only a minute left. Lightning tied it, but they took the tying goal, but the goal was taken away because of a missed stoppage. That's rough. There's been a couple of things like that are just so disappointing. Like, the officiating has been so bad. There have been so many goals taken away from missed calls. Penguins won. Nice, bro. Nice. Vegas gets it back in. Markstrom looking to play it, trying to go up the low boards. This is winning for me. Hey, it makes for a great weekend. Jersey's absolutely pathetic at home. Last 3 games just playing ugly. Yeah, that's I saw earlier it's a 4-game homestead, and so far they've been outscored now like 19-4 or something like that. Maybe it's 17-6, something crazy. But Brian, that ice is so trash. It's incredible anybody could skate on it. Like, I've been watching this game. Guys are tripping over the blue lines. It's terrible. That Vegas when he wants to stay where they are. Right on. But yeah, I mean, the Devils started. I think it said they started what 8-1-0 or something like that, and since then they're like 6-8-0. Oh yeah, it's been horrible. Like I said, I mean, the Devils, the difference between bad ice in Florida or bad ice in Tampa is they know how to skate and play on their bad ice. New Jersey just looked like dog shit all game at home. Like they could not keep their skates. It was actually incredible that a lot more penalties didn't get called, considering the one against Sod that did get called. But first game back, and not only do we get a win, but we get a shutout. Kira Schmid against his former team, his first game against his former team in New Jersey, and he comes away with a shutout. You gotta love it, man. My son's the guy again to see him, watch him get his third hattie in a 4-goal game. Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. Like I said, that's awesome that your kid's doing well, buddy. Glad to hear everything's been good, man. They still both teams. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And like I said, that's where the difference comes in, because on top till we start our home stretch, yeah. But that's where the difference comes in, because like I said, when you know how to play bad ice, it's a big that can definitely help you. If you at least have, I mean, if you have 50% better ability to predict the ice, then that's going to be huge in your favor. Clearly, New Jersey has no idea what the fuck they're doing. Like, they might have to drain the rink and refreeze it, because it is snowy. It is cut up. You have gouges left and right. People toe picking, skating flat. Skating backwards and digging into the blue line. Like, rough. That was definitely a tough game for the Devils. And like Vegas looked very sloppy in the second, and I expected New Jersey to be able to capitalize. But shout out to Akira Schmid. Just never gave you guys a bit of hope in that game, and I love it. That first goal getting taken away was big. I'll admit that. But hey, control the puck. You know, Howden got one taken away a couple weeks ago or a couple games ago for the exact same thing. Just trying to make a stick move and losing the puck for a fraction of the second as he crosses the line. It was a wild start to have each team's first goal get taken away from it for calls. I mean, they were legitimate calls as far as I'm concerned. He was off, he lost control as he entered the zone. Dorofeyev hit it over the crossbar. But Vegas just recovered better after that. Was it Theodore just getting on the wall, throwing it towards the net, but saying it forever, get bodies in front of the net, send the puck to the net, good things happen. Better example of that is the second game in a row we've had Marner to Hurdle, like Marner taking a shot, Hurdle getting the tip and being able to bury it on the power play. It's dude, Stoney coming back. As great as Bowman was, with Stoney back on the power play, we're just deadly again, because like at five forward power play, Marner on the blue line, Eichel on the low wall or to the right of the goalie, Dorofeyev to the left of the goalie, Hurdle in the middle, and Stoney on the baseline. It is incredible. Hey, thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. I've been off been dealing with stuff the last couple of weeks, so I haven't been around, but I do plan on being here for all the Vegas games over the next week. Yeah, Wink. Hey, happy to do it. I don't often have this smile on my face with the intention. Well, it's not really the intention, but with the result of someone being very, very sad to see it. Oh, always appreciate you, Mercs. But yeah, Vegas is looking a lot better. Again, New Jersey, you guys aren't far off, but the power play is not working. And as Vegas, we know when a power play is shit. You guys did not do enough to get inside on the Golden Knights. You guys just, and I mean, shout out to Vegas for actually doing a good job at the front of the crease. But Vegas wanted all your shots from outside the dot and the blue line. And that's about what happened. Everything was hitting bodies before it got to Schmidt. And what got to Schmidt was no problem for him to settle. One or two real dangerous opportunities. Everything was okay. So shout out to our D-men for actually paying attention. Not the last couple of games they've gone, you'll see all 5 guys on one half of the ice. And we got to stop doing that. This game, we stopped doing that. And sure enough, on the power play, it looked a lot, or on the penalty kill, it looked a lot better. And then just overall defensively looked a lot better. Keeping your shots coming out high and outside. So a lot of fun, man. Vegas is starting to turn it around, and it's Bowman was a big piece of that. Now that Stone's in, another big piece. Not sure what happened to Lindbaum as Vikman was the backup. I'm very confused. So curious to see what's going to be going on with Carl Lindbaum, Carter Hart, all the guys. To the code A, shout out, brother. Much love. Hey, I miss coming in here, man. I miss hanging out with y'all. Love it, buddy. Yeah, much appreciation, man. Again, I really do love hockey, and I miss doing this. Hey, I appreciate you, Brian. Hey, on that note, keep an eye out. I may come on tomorrow, just depending on what games are tomorrow. I haven't looked. But at the very least, quick scan. Yeah, probably. Jets and Oilers I might stop in for, but probably not. We'll probably be here 4 o'clock, or I will absolutely be here on Sunday. That's the one that I will guarantee you guys. Again, I got some stuff going on next week, so I'm only really focused on the Vegas games. I want to get back into it, but I can't get too distracted from what I got going on. But after next week, through Christmas, through New Year's, I'm going to be here hopefully every day. So at least that's the plan for right now. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, much love to you guys. Brian, appreciate you. Wink, stopping by. Mercs, always, of course. Much love to you, brother. I'm going to go ahead and dip out of here. But again, we'll see how tomorrow goes. See if, now my voice is already going, and I can tell you. Or I can already tell, but we'll be back. Here, hit me with the Mercs real quick before I hop off and go grab something to eat. Because I do also want to throw on, tomorrow your dad passed away. Oh, man. You going to do something special? Do any kind of making his favorite meal, go to his favorite restaurant, anything like that? Wink, much love, buddy. Appreciate you guys. Going to church as a family, attaboy. Good. But hey, Mercs, I pray for you and your family, pray for your father, man. And make celebrating his memory into a great day. There's no reason to be sad when you want to appreciate the memory of a great man. So remember, as sad of it as a day as it is, make sure to just think of the good. Again, it's, celebration of life is always much better than mourning. And I hope you stay strong tomorrow, man. But enjoy church, everybody else. Thank you again for coming by. We will see you in a couple of days. I am out. Good night, everybody.